2 years ago, a little-known professor stood in front of a whiteboard and made 3 predictions. The first sounded impossible, the second sounded unlikely, and the third sounded terrifying. Today, 2 of those predictions appear closer to reality than anyone expected, and the world is asking one question. Did Professor Jiang see something the rest of us missed? If you're into deep investigations like this, make sure to subscribe, because what you're about to hear might change how you see the world. The man behind these predictions is Professor Jiang, a historian and analyst, known online for his series called Predictive History in 2024. He released a lecture titled The Iran Trap. In that lecture, Jiang made 3 bold predictions. Donald Trump would return to power. A major conflict involving the United States and Iran would erupt, and eventually, the United States could struggle to win that war. At the time, almost no one paid attention. But then, something happened. As tensions between Iran and the United States began rising, Jiang's lecture resurfaced online. Suddenly, millions of people started watching it. Some media outlets even nicknamed him China's Nostradamus, because the first 2 predictions appeared to align with real-world events. But the third prediction is the one that scares analysts the most. But to understand Jiang's warning, we need to understand something critical. Why does Iran matter so much to the rest of the world? Iran is not just another country. It sits at the center of one of the most strategic regions on Earth, a region filled with oil, trade routes, and powerful alliances. If conflict erupts here, the consequences would not stay local. They would ripple across the entire planet. Energy markets, global trade, and the world economy itself. According to Jiang, a war with Iran would not be like previous American wars, he argues. The United States could walk into a strategic trap. Why? Because of Iran's geography: mountains, deserts, vast distances. Once troops enter, they would become hostages, not soldiers. But Jiang's warning goes deeper. Iran would not try to defeat the United States directly. Instead, the strategy would be asymmetric warfare. Small attacks, proxy forces, cyber operations, economic disruption, all designed to slowly drain the enemy. A long war of attrition. The real battlefield could be economic. One key location could decide the entire conflict: the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway where a large portion of the world's oil travels. Disruption here could send global energy prices soaring and trigger worldwide economic shock. Jiang warns, wars rarely stay contained. Conflicts expand. Alliances form. Regional powers get involved. And once escalation begins, it becomes difficult to stop. In a full-scale scenario, multiple countries could be drawn in, reshaping the balance of power in the Middle East. But there is another fear, one that keeps analysts awake at night. What if the conflict spreads? Because wars like this rarely stay contained. Allies could be drawn in, powers could choose sides, and suddenly a regional conflict could become something far larger, a global confrontation. Jiang looks to history. The Athenian invasion of Sicily, an ambitious campaign that ended in catastrophe. Powerful empires can still lose wars if they underestimate their opponent. What makes Jiang's lecture unsettling is the pattern he describes: rising conflict, global economic shock, a long war that could reshape the world order. But not everyone agrees. Some analysts say Jiang relies too much on history. They argue geopolitics is unpredictable. Even the best analysts can be wrong. Still, the fact that some predictions aligned has made millions curious. History is full of warnings ignored. Sometimes predictions are coincidence, sometimes insight. But one thing is certain: the world today is entering a period of growing uncertainty. And the question people ask: was Professor Jiang predicting the future, or simply reading the patterns of history? History does not repeat itself, but it often rhymes.